Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning. December 14th, 2022. December 14th, 2022. You know, salon people in cash box remind me now, say the audit keepers go come out just now. Last year I come out December 14th, so it might come out today, go come out tomorrow. Lara Tilopias come into the picture. We all know what happened to Lara Tilopias. Lara Tilopias was unconstitutionally fired from her role. The president was supposed to follow all the due process system, because the same way they sack any judge, that the same protocols and procedures you get for use where you have for sack the auditor general. When a section 137 of the constitution makes all them points, they are very clear for we. The president be supposed for meet with the inform the JLC, the Judicial Service Commission, and supposed to talk to them, and then they were supposed to, set up a tribunal, and then the tribunal, and they could come up with a finding for say yes, now this we find out, and then they go advise the president. Then the president can start now for take any action for say, okay, if not for let this person wait first, whilst Parliament eventually make the decision for fire the Auditor General. But Lara Telopias, that 2 years don't go so, everybody in about anniversary number now, we know say we're not getting qualified Auditor General, we for pull this report. But some people, those are just some of the things, right, that we want to talk about. But I remind everybody again, we get 192 days left to elections. And inside the 192 days, communicate one for specify, elect for specify, say, the 100 days, now governance no more now. Now you get for Lemada building a power, now 100 days left. Because you get for talk about the lame duck period. After April 20 something or so, now in Parliament they dissolve. And with Parliament dissolve now, now lame duck period, Andy. So all that telling now for election and campaigning time no more now. So communicate you want for break that down for everybody understand. So now 100 days left for Mother in power, more or less. 100 days left, 9 left. You know, Mr. Notenga for be the president state election. So, but of course, we know say June 24, 2023, we'll go vote this man out. But the question is this: how we get for votes this man out? Now 250,000 names, they don't delete them from the voter register. And we know say what this government is trying to do now for match that a nonsense census where all the international partners that nobody knows supports at the one world. They want match the census figures to waiting at the registration numbers. But Sierra Leoneans, I want to remind everybody again. Where we in Sierra Leone, so we get different types of voter registers them. We get the voter register, we get civil registers, we get the population and housing census, and we get professional registers. These are the 4 different types of registers that we in Sierra Leone. You know, they mix the register there under no circumstances. So we can't see say what in neck do. They mix the voter register and the civil register. You see, the voter register, it only they take note of people that when are citizens of Sierra Leone, we suppose and we get right for vote, and we don't reach the age where they attain the age of 18 at the time of the elections. Now in the voter register they take care of. But then guys, they are, because of this criminality, we see they allow them guys there and go form, they mix the civil register with the NACRA. When NACRA they in charge of the civil register. When I get for do with the NIN, they go mix it with voter register. We convolute the process. We make the like now. When they come with the verification process, we can see say people that we go register, some man name no come, some man picture no come, because they mix up the 2 register them. Well, you know, for mix up the voter register and the civil register. Sierra Leoneans, now pay attention to these little things. These are the issues where they born we. Like we, now me chest, now then tear the born we. You know, come record and cash box, we know the background with the advice we serve. We still get an advice for anybody. When they run for Senate, they want to go parliament. I want to become a parliamentarian. I like the ambition. I want for see young people who want to go become parliamentarian. But we get for change the status quo. Now that's what I follow now understand no more. So you're a young person. Wherever you want for go inside parliament, I hope say you are taking notes. Because parliament is the place for defend the people and defend the constitution. So you want to go inside a parliament day. We're not going to tomorrow cry foul. My name no more in the call. My name no more in the call. No. When you go there, it's like you say you want to go there. When you go there, to go there is that the people get a responsibility for call you. This brings we to the PR system. Some people, we don't want the PR system. We want representation of the people. Now the people for elect the representatives them. That tended the people get more power over the representatives them. Inside Sierra Leone delicately, with democracy, 30 days we'll never forget that for like mature to the point where we go say we go bring in a PR system like other parts of the world, like the Sweden, the other country there. You can compare Sierra Leone to Sweden election system. Sweden gets 24 electricity, clean drinking water. The people get access to healthcare, universal healthcare. Then they sick and go hospital. Then begin the learn for run and go take their hand broke. They sit on a hospital. The hand they rotting, the bone they come on do, the foot they rotting, the bone they come on do. Belema the suckle picking, the foot they rotting, the get so foot, you don't get care. You don't go compare the kind of a country they to say Elliot. 30 days with a struggle. Tete the island lights on camp. Now we depend kind of nonsense and we want representation where the people able for ask direct question. So the people where they elect for going to parliament for going to represent them. This is why we don't want the PR system. Therefore, I remind every Australian and again, the PR system not going for work. You know what you do? These are the scenarios. Now the situation in this. The Supreme Court first of all get this case. For the members of parliament come out behind the Supreme Court. Now people don't respect the judiciary. They don't respect institutions. And this goes back to the point like where remind we where Barack Obama be talking for say Africa don't need strong men there. What we need are strong institutions. With institutions them have been broken apart. When I see the parliament not gonna respect say for the judiciary again. When they don't like quick cash box, they remind we they say the case in a court for talk but again. Sierra Leone people them. You see if they want for charge for perjury, now they can go charge members of parliament them, all of them for perjury. Come the court be getting in charge. Where he speak up because he exercising democratic rights, a rights of free speech as prescribed in section 25, subsection 1 of the Constitution. We make them very clear, say every citizen has a protection to their freedoms of expression in the media. Communicator come and express any of you as a citizen. Say what this guy they do so, it's wrong. When they fire Foster, they like today Foster in foot rotting. Foster no get access to healthcare. Foster they not release her. And this young man is where they go shoot in front of Lyle or sleep and get. After that, when they clean, they go clean. Then they shape the money, confusion come inside. Lyle or sleep because the paranoid enter in there when they all kind bad. You don't become very paranoid. They scared, bad. They see them on the scared by themselves. Then where they argue front the gate, the security of Lyle or Slima come on, can shoot this bobo, broken foot, then go lock him back in Paremba Road. They don't give the bobo a care. Now the bobo foot the rotting Foster. Come recruiter meet her at prison day. Now they come recruiter take care of him. Tell me come on, we will manage for take care of him. But now the bobo is on his own, in foot the rotting. Now die so that continue. So all of these things we talk we don't want the PR system. We want a representative them where the people elect the members of parliament, then vote. And also okay, me in this constituency, now me member of parliament, this is what I vote for. So when they go there, they get for ask them questions because outside we want to salon people reach. Now civic education. Let people understand, say, member of parliament, respect them, they can't respect you. But not to guard them. They are there for work for you. I tell you this again. The members of parliament, the president, everybody, their responsibility. Now, like when you're the citizen, when I get to know us, when you get your host, the host get fence. The fence, you put gates there. This gate here, the custodian, now the politicians in the nation. Now, if you make sure say them protect you first, like when you watch man, go watch you get overnight. For let no bad person no kind side, let if man no kind side, any kind of a thing like that. For protect you, for give you sanctity, for give you peace, serenity. Now your country, that is what it is. That is the responsibility of these elected members of parliament. I want to say aliens them. Every salon person understand these basic things. If not me, I go yonder. Let me say, no say, they hold me accountable. These are some of the things we can talk about. Now I see NGC get a convention. I didn't go against the democratic rights of the NGC as a political party. I come up from a place of somebody with support, Kande Yumkela. At the time, where it go against the SLPP, what you know? I hear all the horror stories they want to share about Kande Yumkela, that the SLPP party. How they throw a peace param, throw a peace pie, mama. I see the video them when they lock the mouth param. I look in my resume. I say, but no, this man not deserve this kind of a treatment. This man work in the United Nations. This man get connections. This man get contact. I see him. Now so I kind of social media. Then I can tell you, none of us have me. If not for Kande Yumkela in resume, in curriculum vitae, where I see, where they show the man in track record. Who say he don't work? The school where he go, the amount of connections. Forget the school and everything. The connections where the man gets. I said, this man, in wealth of knowledge and experience, if this man go inside salon, he become president, or even go serve in parliament, I said, this man go powerful. Say, them, that is the position where I come out from, where I hold. If Kande Yumkela gets prominence inside Sierra Leone, I played a pivotal role. I played a very important role for let Kande Yumkela come on the spotlight inside Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone is not Bisabia. The world Bisabia, but Sierra Leone is not Bisabia. I sold Kande Yumkela. Kande Yumkela go inside parliament. I say, oh, one voice in the parliament is enough. Una imagine like when me dey so right, Sierra Leoneans say. Now assume say me go inside parliament. All of a sudden I keep quiet. All this time while they talk to her, they educate to her, they give her the actual, the reality of how members of parliament for perform their duties. Una imagine if we go to parliament now, go sit down, come. All things they pass, bad laws, all kinds of national security and central intelligence law, if they pass, then they remove members of parliament, they sit down and not take interviews that the international community with all the connections who I get as Kande Yumkela. Imagine myself, I didn't have me small America, get me small tight connections them. I have get inside the State Department there, contact 1-2 people. And not use all them one day and in the open, not to behind the closed doors. Can the Kela, I see now the NGC get convention. Salon people them. Whilst the APC, I see the flag bearer ship fight contest they go now. All my one be flag bearer. Can the Kela is a breakaway from the SLPP. But when I look the last elections, can the Kela no get council of itself in the southeast? So who say can the Kela? Because they say NGC, and they say can the Kela, I mean they talk about NGC as a party self. Can the Kela? Now we get 4 seats in parliament. It's inside the Cambia area. We don't forget that tribalism is a big part of country politics. Now the people, the so people in that area, when I see recently, when Marabio go visit now, the village there, the Cambia area. When I see we go speak in Madingo there or in Soso, where they tell, let's say, in all world. So these are the things I want to tell some people. You want to support the NGC as a political party. You want to support Kande Yumkela. If na maybe make you listen and go support NGC, una listen today and listen well. Una not make them go take away the votes from the APC more so na the north and western part of the country. And then una go emerge for win the elections 2023. Because when NGC take all the votes them na the north, una go vote for the NGC party. Now the APC not get enough votes. The SLPP they clear the southeast. Una not get vote for what you do. Una not register the people them. Heleba, we get forget over voting at the southeast. If una sit on, una go vote for NGC, can the Yumkela them. Una go make the NGC take away the votes from the APC.
When you did talk about the breakdown of Kande Yumkela, you know, this is the reason why, you know, like the last couple of days, I was thinking about something and say, you know what, people in the predict say Kande Yumkela they go SLPP. But I guarantee you, Ibrahim, Kande Yumkela, if they at all they go SLPP, is not going to go until maybe after the first round, if at all, the election therefore go second round. That's if at all. Because the game plan now, surely, now the fact that they will wait, because if Kande Yumkela go SLPP now, it would be distorted. And say, oh, you know, people like 8 SLPP, they need to vote for them. So waiting here for happen, the people in the north will say, no, well, outside they get in votes, they will say, no, we all go APC because we hate SLPP right now, the software they don't can put upon we. So waiting happen, then they say and say, can they Yumkela and go get for left arm, but make it be independent. So it will kind of like take the votes away from APC. You know, Ibrahim, you see this guy where you glorify so and see his CV and all that in a day. You know, like, yes. So, but we self kind of like say, you know what? Okay, this guy, it's like I say, he got a good idea. Even though it get history about like the refinery, it will not be focused on too much because again we know how it be work under the Jonta government. The Jonta government could have forced him to do whatever stupid. However, your credibility is always in play now. Always guard your integrity, you know, and your professionalism. You know, Ibrahim. What did they see now? This guy they get for left arm. Think about this. This guy was working in UN, and this is what we always don't say now. Sometimes, you know, you are forced based on the environment where you get. You are forced for kind of like do waiting the environment. Typical example, Ibrahim. When we all be in salon, we go eat granite. We sometimes we eat the granite, we peel the granite, then we eat along that street, that salon. But this country, because the environment tell you, say, if you do that, then they fine you. If they get you to drop something, now drop, then they fine you. So we are forced to adapt to the system. If you're not forced, like, either you pocket suffer, or they actually kind of like, you know, can you go jail? So you get to abide to it. So this is the same thing, like likes of Kande Yumkela then. You know, sometimes, I don't know if the comrade can get this variable. You know, with ability and, you know, the extent to which we can do something, it'll be, now when we actually put them to test. Kande Yumkela meets structures like UNDP. He had no choice but to follow the structure. But you know, Ibrahim, sometimes, you know, I think he makes some we sometimes they go take we go interview them, they ask you a question, say, tell me, waiting you don't change. They like also you be don't work, waiting you change now decide where you be don't work. They ask you that question then because they want kind of like see to what extent, not the way you meet up structure, no, you just go follow, you know, follow the leader. No, It is about how you use your initiative for something will be bad, something will be scrap, something will be not rotten. How you use your initiative for stranger. Can you go na salon? Waiting he do, sorry comrade, waiting he do for change a rotten system. Where he say rotten, before that himself go fall inside the rotten system. For make it day a country where the law say audit reports get to be debated. They don't want the debate from where this government kind of power, and you still sit down inside it. How, for me, I do not respect the CV anymore. How he actually used a ability for change a rotten system. That is for me, it's a write-off for me. And the guy they try to play game now. Sorry, comrade, I think you want to come inside.
Yeah, I want to thank you so much, Cashbox. Before I talk anything, I don't forget. I want to take this opportunity for which one we favorite listener when we possibly the devil for sure message that we make to the message that people don't resonate that people in mind. One lady they call APC party picking. I think one possibly stand with you all this year, telling them birthday on the 14th, and this 14th day today. Make something 4 months for when they kill her, where they go assassinate her, right? Because Lord know how they with the killing, not to just then go assassinate her in the broad daylight today, the 14th of December. Today make her 4 months.
Right.
Come with
assassinate her.
I want to wish the APC lady for
party picking. Yes. Happy birthday. Yes.
Because we know kind of like I know say something we will always miss and but it's like with the solemn moment and some
exactly now 2 significant dates then this August this December 14. We just I got like plan no say APC party picking.
Yes.
In as much as we nothing happen in a salon, we all know say people out there they appreciate you say you good job, you sharing, you want message you to do. On behalf of this platform I want this opportunity for wish you happy birthday. May God continue for guide and protect you. That's alone until this bad government come on our head, Ibrahim.
Absolutely, Party Pekin. Congratulations and happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, Ibrahim, like we Cashbox the talk, but you see, Salolo land. I see they say if you don't know say who say they go, no say you come out. So that go aid you for know how they work Ibrahim. You see this UN business here. If people may pay attention from what team Poel Salon. Who get people who come on where they can James Jonah, Tijan Kaba na possibly the part of the land we go in fact na lead the delegation for like Rwanda get a peace after 1994 genocide. You know, if come on you normal get that in the this man go na Rwanda go do so. James Jonah be not to act in US but in fact James Jonah be senior for this one for Kofi Annan na UN. James Jonah be senior for Kofi Annan na UN. The same way that's a junior man. But see how Salon people need degree for less Salon name fly. Just because of a one can tip Salon money. A one can manipulate the organism that you and the Cobot Canton the first chairman na neck. The first chairman na neck. Wait for them making name and go to secretarial. They can't mortgage integrity. What you do? Now for can turn election. Broad daylight from UNPP reading to SLPP. From there to the finance minister. Jankaba come out in name. Matter of fact, Jankaba will make peace can other country. Remember for me and the seven so that Inca on that time, they can get a whole fraction where you know see by law, no continue to get a different army rather than the national army. Can get Kamado of 37,000 members with triple the military number begin kill soldiers now under internal. Air fatigue and other Jankaba internal who can get the war can salary straight out. We make January 6 we always did that people their mind because now 10 the able not say the war bad because what's happening in January 6 na future the worst be not happen na the upline na Kailao na Kono na Pujo na Moyamba na Makeni na Dugu na Kambia be not happy not to be stinted but when they reach the city then they don't say oh so now this is problem so far this is the same from same UN. Let me tell you something Ibrahim Salon don't Poel not to on the answer of the people will be say they not have been nothing and that what they say they don't work, they not expose who they say they take that exposure and the expertise for come add to Salon. You know, look you can instead for come you know work na UN this you need to be specific. Under internal as head of unity Ibrahim when I actually in Austria you can even in cook in driver everything about Nigeria. Once that will get Sierra Leone and Fiji and another country do when they struggle for job, you know, employ nobody under in term when you get chance for them can go for couple of keke na Africa, na Nigeria can go to Salon. Now make keke keep Nigeria pass all side. This time I not turn president because we want turn president. What you don't do first in the country before you become president. Let me tell you this thing. You know, I always count as an example for politics. When I was beginning as a law, he stay for long. He get a insurance company, rich corporate. He work, he manage, become a trust people. He know how the thing happen, and he work out within the country. Now that make he able to take salute to another level, like from roads, another thing there, maybe hospital light. Because he been as a law, get insurance company. You know how many money they use for fuel. We been operating in company. You know the money we use for fuel. So seeing all that in the dynamic, we can make an emphasis. They say in 90 days, and they make right kind of feature because you know what even they spend by company. Do the way not be president, and we see what you do in light. Ibrahim, no look now, no company. This matter being governments. We say make a return that employee don't come at this west. Then can they put everything at the eye? They not ever open the eye. They go to salon and put stone at the east. Then deaf and blind. No can to David Francis. We no ever call professor. Now we see that peace and conflict. I didn't get professor. When I go listen to GTC report, my United report, which also yet to burn for it. It tribalize and regionalize and people and names based on tribe. When I say I've been the talk, now we come to this Bobowi, this Bobowi just not to say you know anything about education. Go to the education minister, this David Schengen. When I look out in the misbehave in Papa, they end up for join for tips and nobody. Now we come to Dr. Dembi. My way then very well now make I know the system. You know when you said them at the rest, you want to take them, it's on the president safe. We'll see under Dr. Demint and I do see them go turn not as dirty box. That the deputy go be doctor, you know, do nothing. Now they will see doctor that died because of scandinavia. I tell you, see picking that as well say they not get that for oxygen. Imagine this apple be say the way you look at the qualification, look at the CV, the resume, Ibrahim, you want just to be president. So we still we get for very, very be careful of how would they fall for people and because of the London and the West. Now that analyst we give them the best for talk say, like how would they talk so today members of parliament and for do so. Then you come out here now, boom, we go Sirona, then the pass all kind ball. Because a brown envelope they pass behind the window, can you put a back staffel? You can take $5,000 bribe, $5,000 in the game. If you take one. It's 60 months. Ibrahim, you can like action is deliberate for like you keep quiet. It's the way the talk say, now look now if after 20 election, I tell this time, you can like a party agent and Nabona, they don't pay them. When they ask for vote, it's let them go to SLPP because SLPP they vote for. Even the party agent who then take as NGC, they voted SLPP. Imagine that they said that they say NGC 0, you get party agent they vote. That means the party agent self who you go down, he votes SLPP. Give an example. So when I go take the money so I vote, because many people who go represent me in a police center where you don't vote for me. That tell you say the Southeast. I always tell you say they are cult. That 80% are the cult. We take them, then no one know. They say dance for APC, vote for. As soon as they say dance for APC, vote for SLPP. Dance for NGC, vote for SLPP. As soon as they say Southeast, that was their slogan. Dance for NGC, vote for SLPP. But we cannot the north today. We get all the relevance. Ibrahim, they are not sit at the north. They don't be vote for as member of parliament. They don't be ever get relevance. All the relevance, you don't be ever get them. You see, let me learn lesson from PMDC. When the SLPP Charles Bagai pick away from PMDC. Let me see reason for them. When you go get that seat in the parliament, Ibrahim from that day, Charles Bagai cancel yourself, cancel now you to away born na bonds, you know with cancel day. So same goes to the NGC. NGC not break away from SLPP. They not get seat at SLPP. Na the SLPP area was not break away. Na the Nabu, na Kenema, na Kailau, na Pujo, na Mwamba, na bond. They not get seat through. But they only get seat that the same way where the party not break away from at all. Na Cambia, based on tribalism. So some people them don't believe say you can like the top president based on what they say that you and they say you and that count him for counter and president. They say then they go like let me tell you something. People them gullible and not. The two them can go to them say the UN say no 8% right. You guys don't vote for counter and president by force. He went to that kind of message day. That's what I tell you. That was the message. Wow. They say you know what 8% begin. That NGC they went down. That made the knockout from UN. So people that know them fall. That make they get to see them. Why is that the Southeast? They take Andukal. Imagine Andukal and you home Tombo who say about that they run a mates for NGC. They not get this. Even the party not vote for them. So we get for temple and say if in a pure democracy, we already say let nobody let no vote for nobody. But because of democracy in Asalo is so fragile that it's so tribal that we get for speak the truth say NGC, no, they expect for get votes any side that part of the country rather than the north, and most specifically that can be artistic based on tribe. Just like how we see C4C come out, C4C no win because of the length problem, they win because of the Kono people let's say or Kono brothers don't vote for them. That is the salon politics. Kono, we possibly pull flag somebody from party from Kono born, Kono people, especially the country, they don't vote for them. In as much as former President Kuma, they give you good road na Kono from Machuka, see go say Koducho. That APC will give road back from Machuka for go boss Koducho. In as much as President Kuma make Koducho, sir, me na Kono born Koducho not begin Kulta during the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. They don't not begin Kulta. Now small side Kulta been laid. Now Simi road, Uchumi road, na Kulta been laid. Small side was only road. The rest all have been Poto endorsed. In as much as the President Kuma can give you that thing, they give you Kulta, and in give you light, Koducho forget light back. After over almost 40 years, follow get light. The income will get pump. After over 30 years, follow get pump. They still voted against APC.
But comrade, does this not give us the room? Does this? I mean, this is not a good platform for we maybe advise salon people them about waiting in mean voting for your tribe. You see, for the last 5 years in 2018, people then decide for vote for the tribe. So man vote for like Kande Yumkela because in a so that it can be aside. People then vote for Samsumana because they're not Kono. People then vote like the SLPP because they're not. People then vote for the APC because they're not Timni or whatever you call it. You know, Ibrahim and Comrade, I think it is, for me, going down the election is about educating the people about waiting in mean. You know, when tribalism, nepotism take like control of the society, waiting in mean. You kind of like go put, you know, like puppets them for go lead a country. You know, I always can say this, Ibrahim Comrade. If Strasser be come out from any of the major tribes, then Strasser but don't come back. You know that the same thing with Madabiyo. Look at how this guy, like an inept person, nine cam the lead. This is the reason why we see petrol go to 20,000. You know, even then at the country. I see bike Monday yesterday. Then they turn the bike for make the petrol go inside the engine. So they go start up for make it go left then at host. Ibrahim will see yes, they go to 600,000. We see the dollar no reach 2 million or whatever. Ibrahim, now because of the decisions they make, you know, because of we tried, because of like, you know, now party oye business. Ibrahim, it's about time we educate people. Kande Yumkela, voting for Kande Yumkela because you feel say you know so. You see the end they make suffering Bokuna the country. Again, the next leader they have Ibrahim, I think we can begin speak because not of Mother you are talk to. Samoa Kamara or whoever. You know, now we kind of like make sure say they not take away the vote from the APC. And the APC leaders them, Ibrahim, I think we need to begin to talk to them. Waiting on a plan where we come the power. Now we can't kill the Mende people, now we can't disenfranchise them, for men not get job. No, it is about national unity, build the country, build the confidence and the reputation of the country. Ibrahim, it is about time we speak to the people and speak to like the APC leaders there. Because for me, as far as I'm concerned, it should be the APC and it should be like Samoa Kamara or anybody kind of like can lead these years. So we have to start to speak to them. Yeah, sorry. What you would encourage that word of SLPP. Say we inherit debts, we inherit that Ibrahim Cashbox. All man know it's a no problem right now. One of the greatest problems against alone, that division will not get unity. Second, economic crisis. Third, job no day. Fourth, we get for try for break that tribal. See, you have to be tribally connected or politically connected before you secure of you job that office or if you go get job. That people know they come. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. The platform stand for say nobody should be marginalized because of in tribe or in political belief. Absolutely. You get a job for secure based on qualification, based on performance. Like we are telling our Cashbox, we get for restrictions alone. For the points, let no bonus fix which that's the circumstance fact because it is a just policy. No one can run for the more than 30%. Because now they don't take every side. All the permanent secretaries are one tribe. The deputy permanent secretaries are one side. Assistant to one side, secretary one side. So meaning, if even you can't pull permanent secretary, why the car is the order in demand? How does that know the Cassie? We get for the structure the entire salon so that with the camp and tribe balance, not regional balance. So no one time no go to permanent secretary, assistant permanent secretary, deputy secretary from one tribe.
So meaning now the nobody elevate and all that tribe not they elevate again. We go for look them because the TRC report now a Bible or run for the readers alone. We for make we the follow how they govern. Every 29 report day. We will look into that, but they get there talking to social media. So let me tell you something as works. Hey, anybody they come for rooms alone, prepare for the hits because this heat we don't grab so again for intensify. Because we know for and can't tell me say we inherit bad governance. We don't talk about corruption. You go take from late Adamo Mode. You go take from late Civic away for them. We can't talk but see, you know the SFP every term we don't come on power. We other party can do good work. Then get them talk say now plan then can work. How you go do no more? You say now I plan for build this road. I know they ever build. Post can build a plan. Cashbox Ibrahim, what you for put on mind as Sierra Leoneans. That post not say that we plan this, execute for we. Kashi Ibrahim, this part of the world, I don't let talk this part of the world. Money no there, na system there make world so now. Let me tell you something. If system not be there, they can call out that can't there. Would have forbidden now. All man no in Africa.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, not sweet. But the system make all that now because you sure of certain things. You very sure of the job. You sure of you forget your money to time. And that money is due for you for your family, even if you're not gentry, but you need a good trust. If you trust for better thing, you sure say if he something happen to you, you get good medical. You very sure of the system, the security. You very sure of your rights, Ibrahim. Now all that tier system now make plan in the part of the world. Police they can't work out for person because fire. Police they can't arrest person because arrest person. You go there, you call police can be to take statement for me like you call the police, I want report person. Or police tell you say you are local that they report you. Then go only carry good at country no say they don't get all evidence. Or like we person, they're not even not charge you, they don't convict you. They're not charging, they're not ready to convict you. The police are going to tell you say you guilty, but we're not guilty. So the systems now for build Cashbox as alone. You know, let me tell you something. Let's go to Singapore. I said one video I share that to I share that go one Nigeria governor. They talk about what make in state become the best state in Nigeria. It's very simple. He say where the invite permitted for Kana Abuja. Like in one they go talk about it. Like who the see that they can go in entire family pick. He always do Nigerian summit. So you don't get nothing for do Nigerian summit. Nothing. Let me talk to the APC the travel, they care about who say the conduct travel, able Ibrahim Cashbox, they don't marry and they insult to intelligence. You know, then I don't know how they take me. They really is then they insult to intelligence. How we go look at them people like let me tell you Ibrahim Cashbox. Hey, we go for begin look at people first. What you don't do for Saloon? Before Saloon do for something. Because if they can't move say, I mean then UN, I mean Equas, Abbas will do. The time we God with them make Abbas the time we God make bad people then God make Abbas Bundu. For with them, with the born in all them sense a low time. And the first thing general like Equas, we come on the out you can sell Saloon passport, we make Saloon the same time for Canada nothing. For UK. You can't sell Saloon. And the same man with the president be you, and sell Saloon passport to make today with like take visa for Canada UK. We don't take visa. He can now at the old age, he didn't die road. When I say you will see the dispute at parliament. We give a look at that here. Even there are certain laws that are Saloon me to me. And not by him. Namium feeling like who this girl more say, as far as somebody be going to parliament to them, then he take you for council speaker, even if they can't problem. Because if an apostle they vote for, like among the MP they vote that this speaker they come out, this Abbas Bunika only get to the parliament. First when they get to the parliament. Because the law tell me say anybody don't do two term, they don't be two term at the parliament, they can take for council speaker and I mean could say Abbas Bunika, but we not misbehave, time by like left right and center, they can't talk speaker for can kill Salou at this age. At the old age, you don't the 80s, they dip at this rubbish. So obtain the Ibrahim Cashbox, then when they tell you look at UN, yeah, look at UN, I work at EU. No, what thing that be the effect you do you tell on a UN, na Saloon, na for tell you first. What if you don't do it with a UN? What's impact you create to Sierra Leoneans life within a UN? What's impact you create to Sierra Leoneans life within a EU or na IMF? What if you don't do what impact you create? Because you get for create some impact so like now when I'm not taking Saloon as farm. Anybody feels it now, which way we feel to get them book or president? We're not supposed to minister self you want on president. We're not supposed to talk council self you want on president. All man on president for all political party. All man is on president because the only thing will make you survive. Now like what have you not being nothing? You go to president. Now you see we are still we demand the big like we dog don't die in a beach. It is dead for rotting. You know, because the people really look based on we get for look people Ibrahim, what have you na repeated failure? Able. People SLPP, I know they ever respect SLPP. When I look at the whole political party like SLPP, look possibly like bad you turn on president. If APC. It's not possible. And the fact APC look at being candidated president. It's not possible. When I believe it's on limited by him.
Absolutely. You know, so you see, Comrade Kashi, to all these things what they say again about Kande Yumkela, let me tell people in policy issues now. Why would they disagree with the fact that Kande Yumkela not deserve for getting another seat in the parliament, another time in the parliament? When I go back all the way from the August 10th protest, Kande Yumkela has been silent. 30 days, Kande Yumkela not make no statement about the extrajudicial killings where corner the country. Apart from which CNN come out and put out a whole, series on that particular event. Now say Kande Yumkela was opposed to the protest, and I can totally understand why. But still, citizens of Sierra Leone get a rightful protected fight for them, regardless of how they go about doing it and do. We all not be grief for that protesting, but it not mean so no come out and defend the people and we lost their lives. 30 days, look at Evangelist Samson with what happened at the ECOWAS Parliament. Then they ask still these questions about what happened to that committee they formed for saying go set up. Kande Yumkela silent. Let somebody put out a statement and show me what Kande Yumkela talk about that. Now we left all Landy. Registration process. People and they suffer for register not to come on. Before the last day Kande Yumkela go team up, they talk nonsense, but matter of fact, Kande Yumkela go confirm the NIN number. During the registration process, they go to me and say, well, that number is a good thing. Let me be for this guy. People in the suffer with NIN, where we all be don't talk and say, then why use NIN? But what they can't understand, like for the fact that people like every day, we understand, say, you cannot mix the two registers. You don't mix the NACRA register with that of the voter register when a NEC get the voter register. NCRA, then get the NIN numbers and all of that stuff there. The voter registration is not forever mix up with NACRA information. We don't under no circumstances. So they mix them, they mess up the whole thing. We see this here. Kande Yumkela not say nothing today. People that suffer not to come on. Young people that try for register, they never for register. We left Dandy. We come on the verification process back. Kande Yumkela see, then give people in 4 days. When you look at the public elections law, if for supposed to give people in 14 days for verify the registration. 14 days, that's what the public elections law say. 14 days. The NEC commissioner only give people 4 days for go check. Some center and 2,000 people register. Where the list kind of 300 people list. And inside of 300 people in there, where the name they come. Some man name not there. Some man picture not there. We see him. Kande Yumkela silent. Kande Yumkela not talk nothing. If you're an NGC person, if you're patriotic to Sierra Leone, you love your country, your loyalty to the country, not to one man, or not to any other person, not to your tribe, not to your political party, not to your region. I want you open up your mind and see these things I'm saying. Nobody not support Kande Yumkela with me. I raised over $20,000 for Kande Yumkela. I sent a direct soul and back for that matter. $20,000 I must post in on Dua. So nobody not get nothing for telling me about NGC. I not be doing because I'm blind or because I'm munku. No. I just value people and talent. I value people experience. Because this part of the world where they live, we know what they talent. Where they amongst people where they are highly educated. You know what he mean. I begin that same worth and energy that you can Yumkela. That's why I look at him and say, this man. So nobody don't get nothing for telling me. What they talk on factual basis. Kande Yumkela silent. The verification process is silent. Then they done back. PR system. Kande Yumkela silent. Say to this day, we don't know how Kande Yumkela stand. Why the government want to force the PR system? We don't break down the constitution. Section 38, subsection 4 makes it very clear. Say we boundaries them, we constituencies them, get a lifespan of 5 to 7 years. This is not black and white, not a boku explanation. 5 to 7 years, and the reason why they say 5 to 7 years, by the 5-year mark, now they turn out the government through NEC for begin for work on the boundary delimitations for the next coming elections. So because all the boundaries they way they so, all the constituencies they way they so, when we go into election, all the members of parliament them, now that same constituency they get for use. For example, again, like elect for use constituency 110. 9 and get for use for we take the elections. But if they do boundary, new boundary, delimitations across the country, the next election, when we say 2028, that would be the time that they would use those new boundaries in the next coming elections in 2028. These are all sacrosanct facts. We know them in there. Boundary delimitation, then the constituency last from 5 to 7 years. They don't the 5-year mark, take 2024, then good till 2024, they don't expire. Black and white. Kande Yumkela has been silent. Some people, these are the issues that we are talking about. Now, this is the reason we make this man not deserve another day. For 4 years, Salon people, we see this man, them every audit report, can they cry and complain, say, Abbas Bundu not get a chance. The same kind of Kela where they cry say Abbas Bundu not get a chance for the debate the audit report. Now the same kind of Kela, now they go sit in a birthday party with Abbas Bundu. So some people they want to tell me, is this a man that is honest to the people of Sierra Leone? Want to tell me say the planet for me they live in a different planet. Me not they see things factually. You not tell me say you see and factually pass me. Can the Kela not deserve another space? But the APC party, then they perfect for running mate. On my one be president. They sit down and they watch, then they sideline, then they play. Can the Kela go take them, vote them away from them? But whatever bargain they don't sign, we the people they continue for cities. You know, Comrade Takashi, there is a lot of issues we can discuss. Even within the APC, Comrade, you got to know more about that. The registration process for the voting, you know, say the registration still go on. I don't know, like you a backdrop, Comrade, then you go take her from there. I know say some people in the APC party, they go meet the PPRC chairman, then go advocate, say, people at the, for letting this convention really come up, the lower level elections, they want let people vote using their voter register, their voter ID card, sorry. So the PPRC chairman said, this is not political party lower level elections. We're not going to use voter register because that's any Jack, Jill, Tom, and Ari can come and can vote. We're not for using a party membership card. Now we're not for use for the people and vote. This is sad though. For the PPRC chairman, I for telling people at the APC we go meet them for ask this question. For let them say, let them allow people to get their voter ID for go vote at lower level elections. This is criminality. A political party elections, now party card carrying members only entitled to vote. So now the PPS, then the PPS chairman says, "Me not go do am. Una go meet the judge, then go back to Fisher. Fisher go tell them the same thing. Say, they no go accept that, Andy. No, because it's an election within the political party. So, Comrade, you talk to me on that front because now all that confusion they cancel within the APC. Let me educate people and sensitize them along that line. Talk to me."
Oh, Ibrahim. Say the quick he say,
I look like Sarah lost me, man. When Sarah entered this building, so maybe that's what it is. But we'll see if the network will clear up for the day. Guys, wanna give me a second? I'll reset. Okay. Kashi, I decided for reset now because I lost comrade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. No, you see, Brian, the problem with the APC. So, I think comrade don't come back in one more on that. Comrade, sorry, you want to talk about the old registration and the election within the APC?
It sounds like comrade is on the road. He lost network.
Did I get me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's better now. Yes.
Yes, we can. Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know, like what they talk who are even come at that APC because you know who are the list in the submission of cash box. You know, it's not clearly for I
think come in let's work look
honest. No, but I get me now.
You seem for the breakup in between, comrade. Right. Anyway, yeah, you know, Ibrahim, like the thing about the APC, you get me, Ibrahim?
Guys, I'm sorry. It looks like I lost one.
Yeah, are you trying to reconnect to your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, my phone will try for connect. That's what it was.
Right.
Lately, it gets me now. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So yeah.
we're good now.
A good now. A good now.
Okay. Yeah. You know, like as they say, before I come on the question yourself, we ask about the APC.
Right.
I just want to tell people I want to draw the attention to how people will be, loyalty and the nationalistic point of view. Why? Me, I always say I say a blessing for all we connect together on this platform. That's alone. From Adam will not be ever feel we'll ever connect. But God not be no from Adam. No. But God look at who had them. And also we get the same thinking. Like, let's take as an example. When we start people and talk there, they're cheap talking in politics. Hey, man, they be oppose APC. Come we quit an APC man. One of the two things say anybody saying no for both APC.
I get shocker for them. I oppose APC today. I oppose SLPP now. I get for oppose APC back if Dr. Samara come not behave properly. So I get shocker for them already.
Now for look at the responsibility of any citizen. Now for look at government them. Where they come, they say they know say need well. You hold them to put them at the tools. Because for opposed government means they put them in tools. And that will be every citizen responsibility not to tune for use against any citizen. So me look at that idea. I say, well, this young man, if you be opposed, you can I not talk nothing. Oppose you can talk nothing, but you can. That means say the man anything like kind of thing. As I read on a first to do it, he talk now say, wow, well, this man exactly how me they think for Salon say they think. Meaning Salon big pass to all. No political party leader above Salon. You know, Ibrahim, APC, they get blessing. Why I say that they're blessing to them at this point in time, God raised people them. We BC, then they tina for challenge government, for expose government and party. Ibrahim, not blessing. Not blessing. Because imagine all this talk they talk so, SLPP, still they continue for do the bad they do. Imagine if you're gonna be raised at this time for talking and talk the talk, waiting for that people, Salon people them. Ibrahim, APC party, the choice still at the hand. It didn't at the hand. For make and break themselves, it didn't at the hand. We always at APC want to for put in our mind say, will they kind of conventions? Now look for the easy way. How will they get this government out of power? You may not like person, maybe because of one reason or other, but for the interest of the country, we put that hate aside. Look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture, na Sierra Leone. Let person no go vote for person in that convention because if you see this person, if you turn this, now they may say they survive. No, you survive not for that person, survive for the country hand Ibrahim. Not a person for make you survive, not system for make you survive. Because if a person make you survive, when that person they go, you survive at London. If a system the person they not do you survival, they still continue. So let survival not last in the hands of person, let last in the hands of the system. Yeah. Because that makes a lot, they only suffer. We government change would have been in US and they say they suffer today because we always put to survival and people in their hands. So when they go, you survive at London, rather put to or feature now the system. So we therefore build system where they make survival continue Ibrahim Cashbox. Let not in a person hand. Until we get that mentality, say, you know what, not to person they make us survive, not build system to make us survive. So if you do, you not do, me they survive. Continue. What you mean the first thing for let not sack. I wipe some mind than SLP because if you see if SLP corner power in your job don't do because you don't build system for protect you. So same goes to the APC. If you feel say like you feel say that someone come no more, if you know someone come you don't do, or if it's na Paulo Conte, or if it's a Conte or Kefala Mana or Petito or GFK or John Bono, you know, you put in a faith in people rather than putting a faith in the studio, we all connect. If we build a system, Cashbox, we need to care for somebody. If they care less about somebody, because you minus you plus you, I survive. I don't put my trust in you, I put my trust in the system. So APC party, we're there in a very difficult stage, crossroad. We can't do that. This kind of position, people in the backstab themselves within the political party, people don't become over ambitious, minus them, nobody for survive because we the people in our put to faith and say, but if not to you, me, you don't know. No, let's put our faith in system, not in individual. Because until we change that mentality of putting our faith in individuals, alone they remain so disordered. You know, now the retrogression will depend on the progress. We retrogress Cashbox. So at the end of the day, because we will not change your mindset for building systems where they protect we will not change your mindset for building systems where they favor we, then we could retrogress so. And until or unless we change that system where they make people them feel say I'm thinking Sierra Leone, I'm not an individual person, we still also this so. The APC party. All man get for vote the vote because I make call for conventions, but what they go vote law think twice. Elections, not to rudeness, they make away election. Not to say that majority that crowd at the pool they make away election. How wanna protect that crowd day? Because elections is about protection, it's about strategy. If you don't get strategy, you need to win that gets na like war. You may have all the ammunition you get if you're not strategically inclined, you need to win the battle. You will be defeated. Then the election and APC don't na cross road look at the APC politics cash box. They don't pollute them, the supporters the mind and then thinking and the mentality. They don't mix up and they don't know what for doing again. Every candidate get a message. They need to go to a message. Everybody they can all man they don't pollute it because everybody gets followers them. All man go that believe in the person rather than believe in the institution. Because of that mentality they would have feel say me that content do or die. Na him. Me na Samora Kamara do or die na him. Me na Paulo Conte do or die na him. Me na they don't make it now to a point that they forget the APC party, not like SLP, we one time dominate the party. The APC party, now different tribes them. No, because simple statistics. Paulo Conte from the Limba clan. Limba they say, okay, we say we're not picking this. Kefla Marana from the Kranko clan. Kranko they say we're not picking this. Petito Kemo say from the clan. Team they say not picking this. Samora Kamara look team they see how the APC is in a very dangerous position and any other political party. Because all them tribes here, then go divided into 2 or 3 if you not be careful. So go say me I want Kefla Mara, me na Kranko be the vote for APC. So me na Kranko if you no give Kefla Mara any vote. So go say me I want Paulo Conte na Libabo. Limba them so go say me say na Libabo no give. So we have to be careful. Because with political party, this is how we incommode that's how we get political prostitute, where you get all tribes combined. And that's the difference between APC and SLPP. SLPP, when you want the grab just now, from Kailaun from the last village of Kailaun to the last village of Puyon to Botnam, to Miamba, to Bo, they're all the same what's in now language speak 80%. That is the difference. So rather APC now they don't build the team for letting people and believe in they rather believe in the party. Because if in the pool and believe in APC, nobody can begin to confuse you. Believe in the party, build a system where they continue for protect you, where they survive, but not to pause it. Because you believe it or leave it. Okay, let me give you an example. Former President Nkrumah, we've been there for about 10 years ago, never be president. Do I know them if you see them believe in no more? They don't believe in system. Today, they know President Nkrumah will continue for living life retirement, he continue for give back. No.
Yeah.
No, you don't continue for say what in the eat not in family till die, you go take her for begin spend a back people. No, you're not the president anymore, not get any money, you stay the guy for help people. So that's you. We have to build systems where they protect we, where they make us survive, we continue for survive, than believe in people where they make us survive for just 1 year, 2 years, 3 or 5 years, or 10 years, the most cash box. Then when you go, system that person don't go, you pick in and for that struggle. Start back, we say start. We get for end that mentality. Who to the suffer, so not picking suffer. Because I could kind of me that for talk cash box. If not, to say for don't follow system there. The come that big cash on a tip man. 9-5 for who could you go una step talk for them president singer me go na office and begin go na $50,000 travel to make money. When I buy motor and drive na future build us them una say sit down. But we don't want that.
Come with when you talk about the system, so you see seriously me here and my body rise because you see this now waiting don't destroy Salone for far too long. You know, we always talk about this lane business, you know, the Mibrana area and the connection. People do not believe in connecting to the system. And when we talk about system, not to that rotten system where now all about like the cabal, the group of people. No, we're talking about like, structures them being in place, institutions them functioning the way they should, the police, the judiciary, the parliament, the civil society, the journalists, the bar association. These are the institutions that where the system where we for believe in. But come with, I want to ask a very crucial question because these things that Ibrahim and comrade, I believe strongly say, people are being deceived in that country. People kind of like if you don't take them, but people go get for Sidom, they don't go either. They not some are not even register, some are not even get for go vote. You know what I mean? They get for can sell a message about 10 years. This now one of the big deception of that country, Ibrahim and comrade. I think like we need to shed light. Maybe if time not there right now, but this should be our message going into the election because you cannot tell us. So then for the kill, una they starve with hunger. People still not there for it. Una still tell we about 10 years. That is not true, and that is false, Ibrahim and comrade.
Got you. And I think Shani said you never believe that nonsense.
Yeah. But it's only this money for that to register.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Then there's nobody for register.
Yeah.
Because man, I'm to tell you, and I make it up don't cancel for elections. Who said if you catch the team very smart, answer for yourself. Why make man do their fight? They go and make all kind of laws for people now. Because election after 5 years. After every 5 years, they evaluate you. What you do, if you match with the people, then we'll give another second time. If you don't match, then my brother, you are going. Not say no, not to do democracy. That America is that Donald Trump. 5 years, 4 years.
Ghana, next door neighbor.
Ghana. You have in Nigeria, John Dama Muhammad.
Yeah.
You have in Zambia.
But
so
can you
not to be in the country we say that 10 years. If not 10 years, actually, trust me, we need to register again. We don't say after any 10 years. Register. Why do we waste money for register?
The people know this come with because we need for the people and get to be energized for go vote this government out because men don't lie to them about such message. Then they come with all kind lie, Abraham and comrade, and we need for begin to watch the strategy of this government and get the people for make them ready for vote this government out because that's the only way the future can be shaped.
Absolutely. And to that point, Kashi, and it's a very valid point where you raise, and like I'll come record to answer. And so I think, say, moving forward, every one of you guys will listen to this message. That is what in any side when I read this conversation, somebody they say, hey, they say not 10 years, when I go up country, when I go educate the people. If not 10 years, why would they register? You know, why would they kill yourself? They spend all that money there unnecessarily. Why don't we just make law get 10-year term presidencies? With the president, you know, say they run for 10 years. After 10 years, we'll say, okay, we'll go vote back. So, not to true, Salon people. 5 years. Are you woke now so the people go vote for you? So matter be on a scene and make it pass all kind of bad laws inside parliament and the hidden a bit and all the nonsense that they foresee for let we continue for carry democracy go down the drains. Salon Wahala begin from 1964. Albert Magai will take over from his brother. Unconstitutionally, I take over from his brother first of all because Khalifa Smart be the in line of succession for let become the prime minister. Albert Magai take over. Through the governor general, we go swear in as prime minister immediately. Whatever. Now that today, now we bad politics begin. This SLPP not to today begin try for abuse the constitution. The only difference is that now be 1964. This now 2022. Social media age, the fourth industrial revolution. There is so much access to information. We not before allow again what happened in 1964, happened back 2022. 60 something years later. We will not before allow what happen in 10 day. We will not get access to information, access to data, video not day, people not get cell phones and 10 day. For able to point out these things. Imagine Shaka Stevens, they never get cell phone, they never get all the way to we get to. Then stand up and then tawa against Shaka Stevens. Then tawa, then fet them all kind of way, up down Santem, defend the democracy, defend the rights of the people. That's what the APC born. The APC has always been the party where they protect the people of Sierra Leone against the dictatorial and authoritarian of the SLPP as a political party. SLPP don't come for lucky Sierra Leone. Everything SLPP as a party does from 1964 to today. Now for lucky the country. When they get another chance in 1996 when they come back, we'll see how the country can corrupt, mix up and box up. And lucky we country, from 1999, life begin. Woman, they no get opportunity, young man, not for work, job not day, country corruption, drugs addiction. When I see back, then come again 2022, the same thing don't repeat itself. Drug addiction all over the country. This is the problem what we get inside Sierra Leone delegate today. And that is why we get for stand up and vote against these guys. We get for make sure say we become motivated. You the people for being very motivated. I tell you this. The motivation we not forget. The zeal we not forget. Now because when I get in line, say by God in power, Dr. Samora Kamara go cling the ABC leadership flag bearer, and then he go become the president in Sierra Leone. Because now somebody that we mean I get 100% confidence in. Say if he come record, I see the video we do yesterday, the other day we passed one supermarket. In as much as how many Sierra Leoneans really they go to supermarket, but again, when you look at Dr. Samara Kamara, they go to all their marketplace them. So I don't go come put this supermarket no more against them. But 10% of the population that is Sabibo supermarket, the 90% of Sabina team supermarket. So man for them born inside free tongue safe. They don't they 60, 70, no one they go to supermarket. What in Sabina for go to market. If they go to the market safe. So then they will not say, okay, but at least they go and they walk around for see how those businesses them they promote the local produce system in Sierra Leone. So for example, they sell water where they bottle in Sierra Leone, rest where they with a salon they harvest, grow them and harvest them, then they packet them, they sell them in small chunks and bags, sachets for let people able for buy them. So Dr. Sumakma, it don't begin showing the insight of waiting actually in a vision and I get for govern. And that is what we need in Africa and Sierra Leone specifically. Because I can tell you this, if Dr. Samora Kamara don't begin to take their move, then And I hope so we become president in 2023. It will keep that momentum, because this goes back to the acronym we talk about. We are Cashbox, right? We develop. So water, electricity, agriculture, housing, healthcare. If Dr. Samura Kamara just take that approach, these are my focus. Inside this 5 year, we can achieve this. How will they achieve and we'll get for make money? How will they make money? Now we marine resources in there and there. Now we able for go get 5-6 scholar. We get 1 or 2, 3 gunboats them for make sure so we protect the territorial integrity of Sierra Leone water. We able for harvest, we all fish them. We get we able for go and fish, we all fish them, right? Resources there, the water. All kind of fish, the lobster, all kinds of mackerel, kuta, all them one in the for fish and for we self, right? We get we cold room them, we store them fish then we sell them at the European market, we sell them to Chinese people, we sell them to Americans, we sell them to European people, them all over the world. We sell we fish. Then they bring we a loan at least every month. If we're not careful, it'll bring you over 400 million. If we tap into that resources properly, Cashbox. That is how we get for raise the money. No, so we raise that money, they will for pay teachers them. Then we invest into production, right? Value added now. For example, with cacao, we say we begin make chocolate made in Sierra Leone. We provide job employment opportunities. That is the vision. And I see that video of Dr. Samuel Kamara. I'm like, I'm impressed. This man has a vision, but he will continue and we become president, or it is show face, it is show no more now. But looking at the man in character, look at everything. I trust him and I believe in him. Say, if he become president, those are some of the kinds of things we get for focus on. Let we produce our own food. Cashbox communicator Sierra Leone people. Sierra Leone they spend over $300 million for import rice. Can you imagine what it take? Why would not just spend that 300 million? Half of them will not even need 300 million. 100 million Cashbox. We didn't forget a rice factory. 2-3 in other country across Sierra Leone. We plant, we rest, we harvest them, we bag them, we sell them in Sierra Leone, we sell across West Africa.
Ibrahim, on that note, we have to be careful. You see, Salon people and we can easily talk. As I say, I don't listen to this guy. Darami, we officially be lock up. If they work in agriculture, it talks something. It say this whole agriculture thing. It says Salon people have not even do any study yet where they tell we whether the soil will
no, Kashi, I don't need that study. We plant walrus. We get them from our bone.
Hold on. The thing is, yes, we go plant walrus, but would it be sufficient enough for feed the people of Sierra Leone?
It's enough. It's enough. Because I'm coming from a place of where this is not fact I get. I know that for free. I don't need those guys to tell me what they can tell me about research and study. We be established the Rokupo Rice Research Station back in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. So we know, we get the capabilities.
Ibrahim, hold on. The point why the guy for make, whether or not, what he say, he ask a question and not say we don't get a move. But we have to study that first.
Kashi, I'm answering. Are the answering question now? Are the answering question when you ask where is the professional we need for know that? And I make I tell you now, say we get the Rokupo Rice Research Station back in the 1970s. Where we don't come, where we Kashi, I go applying. Me, papa, it can go applying all the time. I go see country rest, the fresh, the walrus, all anything they would be able for harvest them. We know swampy area we get in Sierra Leone. Where you go in this particular area, if you go to the Port Loko area, that Rubis, Rofak, those areas, these are areas where Sabi, where you say swamp.
Are the conditions still the same, like as of today?
Oh, Kashi, most definitely. Kashi, Sierra Leone is a blessed country. I'm telling you, my brother. If anything,
I cannot dispute that. The only thing where I say, the thing is, like we can make that plan as long as the facts are there. Like what you say, so for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think these are some of the questions.
And also, I don't be one. The last time you talk about time, but I don't be one to digress the conversation for good aside because again, I respect Darami, right? But at the end of the day, these guys get for the cam and tell people, real facts because context matters. If you be mentioned, say, hey, Salon people, I know so we get the Rokupo Rice Station, but even the Rokupo never for deliver for. We can understand so okay, man know what they talk. But again, I believe so if we drag the conversation go far, we keep for bring and come in, letting you for come and analyze properly what they talk about. But Kashi, I have no doubt.
Exactly.
I have no doubt in Sierra Leone, the fertility of the soil in Sierra Leone. Matter of fact, there was a paper I read from one particular guy, we be doing masters. Guy, we do some research where he talk specifically about rice again, where he even talk about the potential. We will not even tap it inside Sierra Leone when it comes to just rice production. We for produce enough rice for feed feed West Africa and Africa as a whole for sell out there.
And, so you see, so again, Ibrahim, that fact that states that you just states there, and we talk about the marine resources.
I know why that I mean. Why I ask that question? The reason why I ask that question is apart from the bully land, when I the swamp areas, the way he planted the whole year, The other part of the country don't get swampy areas and it gets certain areas and if you farm this year, next year, pass you get for locate the farm. Now make it still apply so such areas and if you plan at this place this year, they get for move the farm to another place until about 2 years or 3 years for them come back at the place because the soil not able for like family this year, family next year, family 2-3 years, they will produce the amount you want.
Comrade, you know what you do? You know what you do? Now, because we're not, the government to provide the resources that the people need when it comes to fertilizers and stuff like that for enhance the soil. Let the soil gets the power we're supposed to get. Now, because the government is not. So all we need, now for the Ministry of Agriculture, and take them very seriously, money will go for fertilizers and soil enhancement. Then for make sure we get scientific.
And also the cultivation of it as well.
Exactly.
I want to believe that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Then they damage the soil.
The fertilizer, now one part of them, but I guess that's in areas. Okay, let me tell you because I work in Lungi because I didn't do that. They don't get too much bully land. It's in a sandy area.
Yeah, man.
They get certain areas. No matter the fertilizer we then give you,
right?
That soil no they produce what you want.
Again, because if it's
you
clay soil,
less production.
Right, comrade, I get your point, right? But you talk about like clay soil.
Yes.
You get all kinds of different types of soils, right? So
yes,
like a clay soil.
One area back now between Bombali and Poloko, we want I think a Chinese problem. We go bank up one big farming. The first year it went on well, but we go and continue now. The production begin reduce because I think we get some areas we get a problem. We are in the soil not able farm for 3-4 years where they continue the same production. We don't know for reason. Maybe nothing will be impossible for not change.
Now what you do? Because for example,
maybe we need to find out. So if you see certain areas like the Walla area where then get the swampy area, the one only I can farm because I work in Awala too.
Thank you. And that's the point, right? Because right, that's the point, right?
We look at the areas and we then get a small island. Then the one only are in the plants.
Yes, that is the point. Yeah, and Kashi, that is where I want to draw your attention.
You go Tumbuala there, and the one only are in the plant because then get the the thing they bought. As you say, in a structure. Now we could say a lot of the structure where they maintain the system. Where you could make people that know say with this structure, we don't need for a bargain because the problem we believe in people rather than believe in systems.
Thank you.
Because we make you work at this part of the world.
Come with Ibrahim. When you talk about this whole thing, you see, like within the African region, for me, yeah, we can do that study, and I would love to get Darami into this program, especially if we talk about this particular thing. Maybe I will try for, I think come you will get a number. But you see, we tell the guy for say, like, let me say we get the system and we get the soil, we for do all lengths in there. But Ibrahim, again, if even we not get now the fact that you see, because let we kind of like the explore just in case, like do some sensitivity and you say, just in case we don't get them, right? But I think within Africa, surely, we must get countries them way, like, if you listen to Kagame, he talk about, say this Ukraine, they kind of like they export about 60% of the grain to Africa, and they sell it to Africa. So the problem where I believe we get, let me say Salono get the soil. Now the fact that let we look in Africa and kind of like see one thing where we call surely you know about this comparative advantage. Who side with comparative advantage there? And then kind of like say, you know what, we're stronger now, yeah. Even though we can produce less in a salon, but maybe not as much as Guinea. Then we try to create that thing there where we kind of like say, we're strong in with marine resources, we're strong in with woodside, with diamond. Let's go for the comparative advantage and watch the country the way we're able to produce less, faster, quicker, and in a large scale.
I totally agree with you, Cashbox.
I don't know if Ibrahim, we lost network and
I totally agree with you, Cashbox.
Yeah,
we'll go for you see the problem of Salon. Let me say Salon problem and Africa problem.
Yeah.
Imagine Africa as Africa big so we're not gonna part in Africa. We be say then they produce less supply in Africa. We all go for Abu the Asian countries.
I swear to God. Can you imagine?
China, Bangladesh, India. Imagine.
Yeah.
All what to do because money they get in cuts there.
Pakistan.
So when you look like Sierra Leone, for example,
the Africa problem.
The Lebanese,
Africa problem.
You look now,
it's a shame and a disgrace.
Not to the Lebanese or the Indian.
Problem we try for change. It's a generation problem.
Not to the Lebanese, the Indian, not to the imports west kind of Sierra Leone, not to even Sierra Leone and the imports. So at the end of the day, all man getting caught up front. That $300 million they will spend, you not take them. Sometimes $50 million they go pan chap. Shibam, all man getting you. You see, so we have to, it's Dr. Samora Kamara ready for break that chain. Because this is my belief. And come recruit and cash box. I'm not joking about this. Everywhere, America will cancel. America give you opportunity, right? But the one that we born now, yeah. The same rights we didn't get now will get. But I tell you, inside the office, inside the office, inside politics, they are protected.
Yeah.
We self na Sierra Leone, Africa. We for begin think about that. I believe say Sierra Leoneans and for run and control we economic affairs when it comes to shops. Why not foreigners then they run them big shop where they sell onions, yabas, all things in the come yabas kashi, yabas they grow. I think Lunge they grow yabas kashi come if I'm not forgetting. Lunge able for grow enough yabas. Yes. Lunge now one of the crop they grow that Lunge. Thank you. Kashi, you see what I talk about, brother? So we know say we know
I get you. I think you go away from your phone where we talk about
yes. No. I appreciate
about
that.
the comparative advantage.
Yes.
Ibrahim, again, the reason why we said when they talk about the 300 million being spent on importation of rice, that the fact that maybe certain that the distance we recover. Let me say we get Africa, for instance, like talking about Zimbabwe. They're one of the biggest, agricultural countries there.
Well, you talking about the shipping
South
and all of that.
Yeah, what I say is we can simple. Let me say. Salon, we take and say, we get the soil for pepper. We will go able to produce mass production for pepper. We don't need for worry for rest. Let's go to the Zimbabwe. Create contract. We just need for no strength, Ibrahim. Any rest is possible. Like what you talk to the Walla rest. Because if you think about, if you go now and store them, I don't know about America. In England, them brown rest, they are very, very expensive.
Very expensive.
I see what rest talking about Walla rest, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Very, very
rough rest. I need to call rough rest.
Exactly.
That one is sweet.
If we get a designated area for Walla rest, we can still kind of like say, okay, we need to produce the white rest because until we don't get the land or the soil for it, we can still kind of like say, we can use the Walla rest and again within Africa because they come and use the word Salon problem, not Africa problem.
Absolutely.
Let's find countries them who say we comparative advantage day.
Yes.
Who say we advantage day. Now we marine resources, we empower that. And then the other country where the comparative advantage now rest, we kind of like create that trade between them. Because certain within Africa, because it makes it cheaper. Because remember, all this money, the reason why it's 300 million, it is because of the distance where they cover from and get them to Salon.
True.
So even if within Africa, it could well be halved if we not take them.
Absolutely, Kashi, and I get your point, right? Although ultimately, I know say you go like for we able for supply to everybody else, everybody can buy from we eventually, right? But I see what you're saying, basically.
Yeah.
But it's attainable. And like when you talk about that rough rest, that rough rest, that one day sweets. There's that particular it's sweet like a waiting. People they harvest in the poor in that country because they don't get support from the government when it comes to agriculture.
Exactly.
Now, so what is the Ministry of Agriculture? So the question to Dr. Samora Kamara, where I see and go to the supermarket, are you going to really focus on that particular area of agriculture? Because the first thing by any country, now the belly. But if you for make the people eat, I swear to God, Africans now they ask for Boko. We should begin make them eat Boko. We don't. Look at Qatar. I've been watching a documentary again on Qatar. We started to play the World Cup. So 320,000 people are the actual population. We are the citizens them. But now over 2.4 million people they were foreigners. They work for them. The 320,000, they get the highest per capita income. The average Qatarist, when they check them by the wealth, then gets they each worth at least maybe $20 million. That is how valuable these people are. What they get now oil? We don't get oil. We don't know if we get oil because there's some feasibility studies where they for give the final results them. But we know see if that oil they come back, it will be a cost. Because man get for one get chap. They're not going to use that for like benefit the rest of the citizens. But Dr. Samora Kamara, the point is, we see that video there and we are pleased. We are very pleased about that video there, and it give you an insight into the kind of leadership we get for being the kind of a leadership style we get for implement. But again, how many people they go supermarket? So we get for go empower with farmers them, the local communities them. They will forget we own produce and take care of ourselves. Some people, and these are some of the things we can just want to talk about. Not so communicator and catchbox, but there's a lot to talk about every day.
Absolutely, exactly. Abraham, the thing that we want to talk about, but we don't pick the one of please. Very fully understand because like. If we go talk everything, we go board them. But for the most important thing, everyone knows say this is what difficult. That way, very simple to achieve.
Absolutely.
If we put yourself together, not to see a magical and take achieve anything that talk about which one comes to system. People can sacrifice then yesterday for them picking them today.
Absolutely.
I mean, who can that same system who said the benefit. So we can do the same thing, provided if we want to say leaders should be held accountable, not to see if we become believe in somebody rather than believe in the system. And which I don't do. Many people don't live for Nasalo. So many times, you believe in this person, you will die for the person. You die for system, you die for the person. Die for the system. With the process, not just Civic. You picking and you use your head on born.
Yeah.
You know, we get for move from that direction of believe in people rather than believe in the system. Not believe in the system of Africa. That's in a system make Africa do say this today. Africa more from that believing in people. And they die for this person, cause person, for that person. The person we can see, you need to do so this. So they live for so I hold the I think I fight for a long haul. We get so many things for doing Ibrahim.
Absolutely. But yeah, we're going to expound on these conversations at another time, you know. Absolutely. But thank you, Kashi. Thank you, Comrade. And thank you, Salute people. And again, I pray for brother People's Power. I know they feel well. You know, they will come to and then I'm going to hear you from them. But anyways, don't forget to be motivated, be energized. Everybody memorize section 13B of the Constitution. Matter of fact, so you listen this one, I talk. You tell me what you know, saying that section 13B of the Constitution of Sierra Leone. It will change everybody's mindset. It will clean your minds.
Can I guess every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism?
Perfect.
Thank you.
And your loyalty shall lie to the state, not to your sectional, ethnic, tribal, regional, whatever, or any other loyalties, basically. You know, if we all get Andy, Kashi, I'm telling you, you see, like how Ghana, they call their own finance minister of the ruling government, they call and say for resign, fit for purpose. The ruling government. But they like it today inside Sierra Leone. People that take them party, put over everything. And then the one way for call them out, not the gift. Anyway, Lord go, brother, man, scatter again. Well, okay. Bye-bye, everybody. All right.